whenever you go for a reality TV show and people just tweet something or you just try to shame anybody, Nigerians tend to do this. So no, this guy is suffering, and they want to shame us. We are all suffering poverty. We are trying to fight poverty in Nigeria. You want to shame? Everybody, let's camp with these guys.
And but I mean, let's not. I mean, yes, Nigerians love the typical grass to go story, but then let's not ignore the fact that, I mean, it was still 50% of it is still wasn't organic.
Okay, guys, it's the final week of Big Brother Naija season 5, and it's safe to say we have the final 5 housemates who will be slugging it out for the grand prize of 85 million naira. Okay, so this week on our show, we'll give you a recap of what has happened in the last 9 weeks. But before we do that, we have a guest with us today, a big fan of our show, Mirabel. Guys, let's say a big welcome to Mirabel.
Hello.
Okay, back to the show. Ozo was evicted on Sunday night. Trust me, guys, I was shocked. Like, I was so shocked. I didn't believe that Ozo was going to go home on Sunday nights. What do you guys think?
Honestly, I wasn't shocked. I felt like people were tired of that whole Nengi thing. At a point, people were saying, like on Twitter, people were saying, "Oh, it became assault." Like he actually was, like she was begging him to stop. She was saying, "I don't want this. We're friends. We're not in a relationship." And he kept doing the most. So people were pissed off. People were like, "Okay, Ozo, you're leaving."
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think she was leading him on. If you watch the show, then you know. If he started ignoring her last week now, within the week, he ignored her and she wasn't happy. Yeah. So he spoiled this game anyways. Yeah. He would have just
I don't think she was leading him on. I think that aspect, she wanted him as a friend. I feel like she might even have feelings for him or whatever. But she did not want what he wanted. And she told him categorically at every step of the way. That one's not leading on anymore. At a point, when you tell somebody, okay, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, that's not leading them on. Like when they now keep on saying, okay, this is what I want, I must get what I want. That one is way too much. She needed to stop. He was doing the most.
Alright, guys, so we have the 5 finalists for this season. Dorathy, Laycon, Neo, V, and Nengi. For a lot of people, they didn't see some of these guys making it to the top 5. For some, they were supposed to be there. Personally, for me, I believe that we're going to have Laycon and Nengi in the top 5. But Neo, V, and Dorathy, I didn't see that one.
So what I think is, I mean, it was more or less like, as much as the previous seasons, we've always seen fans getting to determine who's going to be in the top 5. I think, Big Brother wanted to prove a point that, it's not, you can't really predict the game. And I feel like, V and Neo, but V especially, she played a very good game because she was very smart. I mean, and she was extremely lucky because the week that she was supposed to leave was where, Erica pressed the self-destruct button and was disqualified. Because, I mean, assuming Erica didn't do what she did, Erica would still be, definitely, Erica would have been in top 5, and maybe we might not have seen Dorathy. But I mean, it is what it is. And I mean, I'm excited to see how, the housemates now use this whole revelation, because right now it looks like to them, Dorathy might be a very tough contender because she survived the eviction last week. She also survived it this week. So definitely it's something that, the housemates who want to, to them, she might be like the biggest, because even right now, they still do not see Laycon as, even though Laycon survived yesterday, but they still do not see him as a threat or a competition or anything. True. I mean, they might still be thinking that, the reason why Ozo left was because of the whole situation with Nengi, and, viewers were kind of exhausted. But they might not really see, Laycon actually, like, being the winner. So, I mean, we know that Laycon is going to be the winner. And I think right now everyone is just voting. Fans are voting for their other faves to be in, top, maybe top 2 or top 3 or whatever. Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited. I want to see how the housemates are going to play their game, because obviously nothing that they play this week is going to affect their final results on Sunday. But then I still want to see.
One interesting thing about this Laycon's all of this new stardom for Laycon in the house, I think, is the Nigerian factor. Whenever you go for a reality TV show and people just tweet something or you just try to shame anybody.
Yeah.
Nigerians tend to do this, so this guy is suffering, now they want to shame us. We are all suffering poverty. We are trying to fight poverty in Nigeria. You want to shame, everybody, let's camp with these guys.
Yeah, but I mean, yes, Nigerians love the typical grass to grow story, but then let's not ignore the fact that, I mean, it was still 50% of it is still wasn't organic, because we saw a lot of influencers on the on the night of the introduction or whatever. We saw a lot of influencers coming behind Laycon, whether it was positive or mixed or whatever. We saw a lot of influencers backing Laycon, so it was clearly his team put a lot into his own
but and it gives everybody the impression that he doesn't really have anybody outside there.
Do you get?
I think that's his own strategy. I think that's his own strategy. Just act like you don't have anybody and just play the game, because his IG handler is very good, like from the other housemates.
Like very, very professional.
Good, not tossy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yes,
wow.
Very professional. So he has a very, very good team behind him. So I think that's one of the reasons he has so many fans. Then again, he's a very free person. If you watch the show, then he's just there. He's just a normal guy, like.
Yeah, I also think he's really humble. Like, I feel like with all these things, with all these resources he has outside, I think he's humble.
Yeah, you can see the way he relates with Nengi. Nengi likes him, the both of them. And I just think he's the winner anyway. So the only competition he has there right now is just Nengi. That's the only competition right now with him there.
I don't even think Nengi is even. I don't think Nengi is his real. I think it's actually Dorathy, because if you are comparing the percentage of votes that Nengi had while she was up and the percentage of votes that Dorathy had both times that she was up, I feel like Dorathy has more.
Together.
Yeah, they were never up together,
so
but comparing percentages, right? Because I think the week that Nengi was up, she had about maybe 18% or something. And then Dorathy, the 2 times she was up, she had maybe 21 and 26. So I'm looking at the percentages of votes that they both had when they were up. And then Dorathy has been up twice, and she has really, her voting percentage have been really good. So we're going to see who is going to be the second or the third.
I think Dorathy has a great team too behind her too, because they are so quiet in the campaign, but people are really voting for her.
Yeah, and I feel like another reason why Dorathy is has a lot of backing is because she's the most friend-zoned person in the house. I mean, remove Trickytee or Bright or whatever. Dorathy is the most friend-zoned female in that house, because she came in and it was looking like it was a battle between Dorathy and Nengi, and at the end of the day he chose Nengi, and then we saw this thing happening with Brighto, and Brighto went with Wathoni. We saw this thing with Prince where that one came out, oh, she's my friend, she's my sister. She had always been just sister friend zone. So everybody, she saw that a lot of people could relate with. She's kind of person that you have an issue with your girlfriend, and you go to meet her and she's giving you advice, so a lot of people could relate. We have, so I think she had she didn't have a ship, she didn't have a very cunning strategy, but she still played.
Let me just say she was everybody's friend in the house.
So do you guys think Neo and V's getting to the final 5 was a mere, what's the word to use for this now?
It was just
Sherlock, or it was.
So I think aside Sherlock, I think I don't know. They played the game so well. They played the game so well.
Do you know what's irritating me? I feel like they feel that their couple is what's keeping them in the house.
Yes, you have to feel like
them being together, that whole Neo and V brand is what's keeping them in the house.
Yes,
and it's not.
It's not.
V was bottom consistently.
No, it is.
If to say that, okay, if not for luck, should have gone. If Erica did not leave that weekend, should have left.
Yeah.
So as it has not to do with Neo, it has not to do with them. And it just irritates me that they feel.
I don't even think they feel so, because I remember the commentary they gave where Lilo and Eric, the first 2 weeks where Lilo and Eric were, and they were like, oh, maybe viewers wanted to see something else. And again, they also saw when they were both in bottom 4. They were both in bottom 4 twice or three times. So I don't think they feel like it's their couple thing that is keeping them. I feel like V thinks she has something special. That is how I see her. She acts like she has something special. I mean, everybody has something special. I mean, but V has this thing where she feels like she has something. Same with you. They have this vibe that when I come into the diary room, when I come into the house, everybody just melts. They have this. It's just they have that vibe, like they have something really special. Yeah. So I mean, they play. I think this season they've played the best game, because for you to, I mean, for V and you to still be among the finalists. I mean, I never saw it come. I never saw Neo or V being here. And Prince is out, Kid Wire is out, even Brighto is out.
I tell you, I saw my last 5, like maybe from week 3 or so. Yeah. My last 5, I saw Brighto in the last 5 too. Kid Wire, Erica, Laycon, and Nengi.
Exactly.
That was my last 5.
Yes, those are the guys that actually talk about to make it.
And instead of Brighto, I thought it was going to be Dorathy. But the truth is, like, after like the whole Neo and V thing, I don't feel like their own game was even the best. I feel like Trickytee game was the best.
Yes.
Just for the express purpose that he managed to escape 3 evictions in a row. And this is not like, public was voting. As per his housemates kept keeping him in the house.
Yeah.
And then even after that, he now kept on winning all these Betway Arena games.
Yes.
And then he now won HOH at like the best possible time.
Yeah.
And I feel like he was just doing so well. And I expected him to leave like even before Lucy, before Brighto, before Watoni.
I swear.
Since. And he just kept going, and then he just left right now, right before the finals.
He's so
I think
lucky.
he did
I
really
like
well.
him. He's a great guy.
People describe him as a guy with 9 lives. So yeah. So,
9 lives.
So that was really, I think Trickytee had a very interesting time in their house. People loved his personality. He was neither here nor there. He was just in the fence. He was the real guy in their house. Everybody just felt everything. He was comfortable in any camp, because he wasn't in any romantic relationship with anybody in their house. So Trickytee could just be your guy talking about food today, talking about music tomorrow.
And I feel like he was genuine.
Yeah, he was genuine. So he
was
one of
I mean, you guys are saying so many nice things
right?
about Trickytee,
Because I like
but the
him.
voting results.
No, it's normal. It's normal.
No, the truth
You
is,
saw this playing a very good game.
In all these games,
Supposed
he's
to
still a
show.
dead guy, you get. Honestly, I feel like Trickytee is a dead guy. I feel like that's the reason like he hasn't stayed in the house, and that's why he just got evicted. But then he's that kind of person that everybody likes, but they don't like enough. They don't like enough to keep him in the house. So all these Laycon, Kid, Erica, they're all main guys. Everybody loves them. They have all the most fans. But then you always see that Trickytee, that he's friends with everybody. He's just a little bit interesting, a little bit funny, and you just like him enough. Yeah. That's why he has survived so long. Because people are like, let's not remove Trickytee from this house. So, he's interesting. This one, we're friends with him.
But let's not feel bad.
But let's not feel bad if he leaves, because obviously the public doesn't really want to keep him in. True. But I really like him. I feel like I'm happy that he made it this far. And I'm happy that in all those times we thought, okay, yes, Trickytee was leaving today.
Okay.
Yeah, I like him too. He's a great guy, very, very great guy. And I just can't wait to see what he has coming for him, because his grace, let me just say grace, because I'm sure he himself doesn't believe like he will be in the house till last night.
True. Okay. So one thing that we've always noticed in Big Brother Naija from previous seasons is the fact that 2 to 3 weeks into the show, we still don't know who we're rooting for, who's going to end as the winner of the show. But this season, I think from the second or third day of the show, like Nigerians already knew it was heading to Laycon's camp. I don't know why it was, why Nigerians decided to move to that part, but I think maybe, like I said earlier, it was the grass to grace story, or the fact that people just found it easier to like troll him and put like, no, we're not standing for this time.
I don't think so. I think, at the first couple of weeks, I did think that people thought Laycon was going to win and all that. But then towards like the 6th, 7th, people were like, Erica is going to win. Okay. People said Erica is like, her fans, all those elites, like they were ready to put Erica there. And I remember we were even talking about that, that 85 million is going to be for her. Yes. That if she makes it, but she had 2 strikes at that time. True. So we're like, we should just survive. Like if she that there's no way she's leaving the house unless she gets disqualified. True. And true, she now got disqualified. But if she didn't, she would have won. And that's how I feel. I feel like it's because of that disqualification that it would have been hard though. That icons and elites would have been fighting, but elites would have won.
I'm sorry, I need to disagree with you there because I didn't see Erica winning at all. Laycon was already the winner from first night. You could see the old trends on Twitter. Influencers were behind him. You could see he was the winner.
Yeah.
So I guess Erica wasn't a competition.
Maybe like she said, Erica at some point became a threat, but because of her unruly behavior and the reason and she got disqualified from the show, she couldn't join. She couldn't be part of the last 5 in the house. Okay, so I believe fans and viewers of Big Brother Naija all have how they've ranked this last 5 housemates, who they believe will be on top and who's going to be at the bottom. But personally, for me, I believe Laycon is going to become the winner of the season, followed by Nengi, then Dorathy, then the couple. I don't know who's going to be like among them, Neo and V. Maybe one of them is going to be
I can tell you who's going to be last. V is going to be last. She's going to take like a flat out 5% at the most, and then that's who's going to be last. But I think Dorathy is going to be second. Okay. I don't think Nengi is going to be Dorathy. I think she's going to be second. Then Nengi will be third. Then Neo.
Okay, I think Laycon, the winner, Nengi, second, Dorathy, third, then V, then Neo. But there can actually be a twist. We might be shocked at the end of the show that you just see maybe Dorathy comes second or Neo comes second. We don't know how they are voting and we don't know what's really happening. So maybe I will see, but we know the winner is Laycon.
Okay guys, so like we said last week, Pulse Nigeria is now on TikTok at Pulse Nigeria. You're going to see the details on your screen. Until next week, when we will be rounding up with a final edition of Pulse Hot Takes BBnaija special. From myself, Odion, Mirabel, and Omone, have a lovely week.